Hi friends, Shayla here. So today I am here with my second quarter manga haul. Again, this one is on the smaller side. It's slightly bigger than my last one, but we're looking at around 60-ish volumes that we're going to be talking about, and this is over a 3-month period, so we're definitely not breaking the bank here. And a couple of these, some of it was gifted to me, and then other parts of it were me trying to catch up on series and get them completed. So that's why the number is even as high as it is. So first up, what I'm going to do is I have been doing NetGalley ARC reviews for Viz Media. They have kindly continued to approve me for titles that I ask for on their digital platform, where you can get an early copy for review of certain titles because they are not sending out as many physical galleys because of the Rona. So let's go ahead and talk about those briefly. So I did receive an ARC copy of Yona of the Dawn Volume 24, which I really enjoyed, and you'll see again in this video. And then I have The Way of the House Husband Volume 3. Again, really enjoyed it. You'll see it again in this video. I just recently got a digital copy of Prince Freya Volume 2, which I'm so hyped for. I'm going to be reading like as soon as I'm done with this video. I also got an early copy of Love Me, Love Me Not Volume 2. Again, you will see it again in this video. And I got an early copy of Blue Flag Volume 2. And again, that's when you'll see in this video. If I'm able to have purchased it on my own, it's most likely in this video again. But there are some that I have that are still quote-unquote early copies that I don't have physical copies of yet. I did get early copies of Beastars Volume 6 and 7. I don't remember if I mentioned Volume 6 in my previous haul or not. I don't remember, but you'll see Volume 6 in this haul. And then Volume 7 comes out in July, I believe. And then I also got an early copy of Act Age Volume 1. This one was really interesting to me. I found it I have a lot of feelings about it, and I believe this one comes out in July or August. It's coming out soon, so I would definitely put it on your radar. Like, check it out. Tell me what you think, guys. All right, so let's quickly talk about the one physical galley that I received from Viz this quarter, and that is a physical copy of Not Your Idol. They know I am the biggest fangirl of this series. I'm telling everybody and their dog to start it, even though I know in Japan it's on hiatus, so it's going to be forever before we see a ton more. I know there's one more volume out at the moment, and after that it's on hiatus. I don't know what's going on. I think the mangaka is ill, so send all the healing vibes to the mangaka so that we can hopefully get some more Not Your Idol, but I have talked about this ad nauseum on my channel. You can pretty much find anywhere, and I'm talking about it. The next 8 volumes I'm going to mention briefly are ones that my dear friend Margaret over at Adorkable sent me. She will be linked down below, so you can definitely check her out there. And that is volumes 1 through 8 of Monkey High. She was unhauling these from her shelves. I think I understand why now. I have a whole vlog where I read this series as well as another one. And so I will leave that linked for you so you can get my full thoughts on the series and why I feel the way I feel about it. I'm probably going to keep it for now. I was debating just unhauling it from my shelf, but I'm going to keep it for now, think about it a little bit more, which is why it ended up in the haul at all. So yes, Monkey High volumes 1 through 8. And everything from here on out, I spent my hard-earned bucks on. And let's just dive right in. So I've done something a little bit different with this haul. I've actually separated them into publishers, because I found it interesting how much I favor certain publishers over others, even though I love the titles pretty much the same across the board. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So we're going to start with Viz, because that's the biggest pile is Viz. All the titles I just showed you actually were Viz. And so let's go ahead and dive right in. These are ones that I've already briefly mentioned. So we have Beastars Volume 6. Again, one of my favorite covers, actually. The color scheme is really pretty on that one. Way of the House Husband Volume 3. I love the laundry aspect to this one. And I feel like with each volume, this one gets better because we're starting to get a little more plot as we go along. Because originally this was just kind of something fun that the mangaka was doing, but it was so well received that they decided to continue with it. So now it's starting to feel like it's getting a bit of an overarching story and things are starting to tie together. And so I'm really excited to continue on with the series. And then we have Blue Flag Volume 2, which I loved, but it has the worst cliffhanger ever. Like, ever, ever, ever. So if you don't like cliffhangers, wait till Volume 3 is out. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know how it's gonna end up from the end of this volume, but yeah. Anyways, that's a big thing. Cliffhanger stuck. Alrighty, next up we have Daytime Shooting Star Volume 6. This just further proves that Mamoru is best boy. I love him. He's the best. And this took a bit more of a focus on him, though it still is talking about and around the student-teacher aspect. This one, like, confirms to me that he's going to be best boy by the end, and I'm really going to like how this one ends. Next up, we have the next 2 volumes of Yona of the Dawn. We've got 23 and 24. Y'all know my love for Yona. I love these. There's something about this cover where she's got Hawk's back that it does things to me. But yes, and all the cats. You know I'm a cat person. I love both these covers. I love Yona. I love Yona of the Dawn. I'm gonna fangirl about it forever. I'm sorry. Next up, we have Spy Times Family Volume 1. I wasn't sure I was gonna love this one. I actually ended up with a digital arc of it because I wasn't sure. But I ended up really loving this first volume. And I think it's gonna be really interesting to see where it goes from here. So I'm really hoping the rest of the series continues along the same vein of this first volume, and I think I'm gonna have a really good time with it. Next, we have Takane and Hana Volume 14. Y'all know I love Takane and Hana. Things happen at the end of Volume 13 where things get more solidified between Takane and Hana in a relationship aspect, and she is still in high school. So I know not everyone's going to love that scenario. So that's why I'm telling you, yes, that got more solid, but the most they've done is like kiss and sleep in the same room. No touching, nothing inappropriate is going on at this point. Her family's aware of the relationship and they're around constantly. Like this one's centered around a family trip where he's actually supposed to be married to her older sister for the sake of appearances, but they keep sneaking off together and they get caught on like an island together. Anyways, I still like the direction of the series, but this is not going to be a series for everybody, which is why I'm giving you the whole spiel right here. Next up, I finished collecting Strobe Edge. I don't remember if I'd mentioned this in a previous haul, so I decided to mention it anyway. So I got volumes 5 through 10. I have read this to completion in the same set of vlogs that I did Monkey High. So again, that series of vlogs will be linked in the cards or down below if there's room. And yeah, so if you want my full thoughts on Strobe Edge, know that I really enjoyed it. I actually really quite loved it by the end. And yes, I love Io Sakisaka, however you say it. They are slowly working their way into my favorite manga category. Next, we have An Incurable Case of Love, Volume 3. I continue to love this quirky series. The next volume comes out in early July. I'm really, really excited to continue. Then we have Snow White with the Red Hair, Volume 7. Again, I think this is the one where we pretty much finish up what has happened within the anime. And I'm pretty sure from here, it's going to be all new content from Volume 8 on. So just be prepared for that. I love it. It's so good. And then we have Love Me, Love Me Not Volume 2. I really wasn't sure after I finished Volume 1 how I was going to feel about the rest of the series. But the way things are handled within Volume 2, I can trust my Sakisaka. Speaking of Sakisaka, there's lots of Sakisaka in this haul. I've got volumes 10 and 11 of Aoharu Ride. There's only 1 or 2 more volumes of this one. I think 2. I think it ends at 13. I was still a little bit frustrated at the end of 10 that certain things weren't progressing a little bit faster, but they do happen within volume 11. So it does happen, and we're clearly winding things down, and I'm really excited to see how the last part's going to come together. So then we have volume 6 and volume 7 of Komi Can't Communicate. Y'all know I love Komi. Starting in volume 6, we start to get more Komi Tadano action, a little bit more in volume 7. I hope it continues to progress, that they continue to interact a little bit more, and they continue to crush on each other a little bit more because it's cute. I'm here for it. But there's a lot of other things going on around that. Like this one centers around her going Christmas shopping, and she drags her brother along, and that was really interesting. Like family dynamics are being explored a little bit more for Komi within these, and I really like seeing them. And then last but not least for the Viz stack, I have omnibus number, this would be number 8, I think. of Maid-sama. There's only one more to collect after this. I've slowly collected these and then I stopped collecting them for a minute. So I'm hoping to get the last one here soon, and then I'll just blitz through the end of the series, maybe do a whole reread reaction vlog kind of situation. If y'all want to see it, tell me. Alrighty, the next publisher we're going to talk about is 7 Seas, because they're just the next one here in the stack. So first up, I've got volumes 1 through 3 of Sorry for My Familiar. I did a whole try 3 reaction vlog to this, so definitely check that up in the cards, and you can get my full thoughts on the series. This is a series that I wouldn't necessarily sit and binge. It's much more episodic, kind of like Natsume's Book of Friends. So read it as it comes out if you can, but don't worry about binging it. Just slowly collect it when it's on sale and read a volume when you feel like it, and it's just really fun and really cute. Next we have Nicola Traveling Around the Demon's World Volume 2. This is such a cute volume, such a cute series. I continue to love it so much. We learn a little bit more about Nicola's mother in this one, and it was just really, really sweet. I really enjoyed it. Next we have Primitive Boyfriend Volume 1. Y'all, I love this series. There was one thing about this volume that really irked me, is that we got to a point where we had about, had a couple of chapters, and then all of the sudden we jumped into this much of the volume is a ballet short story from the same mangaka. So I just wanted a little more Primitive Boyfriend in my volume. I think this is only a 3 or 4 volume series. It's a short series. So I almost would have rather just had it in a big omnibus and just read the whole thing in one sitting, but that's a personal choice. But yeah, Primitive Boyfriend, it's good. The new volume 2, I think, comes out this month. It's coming out soon. So as soon as it's out, I will get it, because I need to know. They left us in a really crappy spot. Stupid cliffhangers. You tell I'm bitter about cliffhangers right now? Next we have Our Dining Table, and this is just a 1-volume manga. I really loved this so very much. This is one of the sweetest and purest boys love manga I have ever read in my existence. It is just too cute for words. I really enjoyed this. Definitely check this out. This centers around a man who has a hard time eating around people, and then through a child and his adult brother, he learns that he's not comfortable around certain people when he eats, but he can eat around other people. So it's really sweet, really well handled. It does have kind of that meaty topic to it, but it's so good. I love it. Next up, I picked up volumes 3 and 4 of The Seven Princes of the Thousand-Year Labyrinth. I still need to read these, and I'm hoping to read them soon, maybe before the end of the month. But yes, I loved this so very much, like the first 2 volumes, so I need to finish this up, because girl needs to know. And then I have BL Metamorphosis Volume 1. Volume 2 does come out in July, I believe. And this is about a young woman who works at a bookshop bonding over boys love manga with this elderly woman who's lost her husband, and she picks up a BL manga and takes it home and reads it and keeps coming back to read more. So it's cute. Their little friendship is great. I really like it. And then we have Blank Canvas Volume 4. Y'all know that I'm an Akiko Higashimura stan. I love it so very much. And this is her autobiography. If you're interested in what she went through to become a mangaka, definitely worth reading. All right, the next stack we're going to go through is my Yen Press stack. So first up, we have Kaiju Girl Caramelized Volume 3. Y'all know that I really fell in love with this series pretty hard. Volume 3 did not disappoint. Seriously love the series. Definitely check it out. I finally got Hatsuharu Volume 11! Y'all, I love this series, and I can tell it's going to wind down in the next volume or 2, and I'm a little sad about it, but I'm okay. I love them so very much. I think it ends at volume 13, if I remember right. But yes, it's been one of my favorite series. It's been slow burn, it's been shenanigans, it's been so cute. I love it. Next up, I finally picked up a couple more volumes of Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun. I got volume 3 and volume 4. I've already read these. I'll be talking about them more in my wrap-up. Next on the stack, we have Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts Volume 9. Again, y'all know I love this series. Y'all need to be reading it. It is so good. And then I finally picked up Overlord Volume 12. A lot of people say that, I shouldn't be reading the manga, but I'm really enjoying the journey of the manga. I like the art style, and you're getting the same story for the most part, so, I have no interest in the light novels on this one. I really enjoy the manga. Next up, we have Silver Spoon Volume 14. I technically still need to read Volume 13 and then read Volume 14, but I still love this series. I just need to pick it back up. And then I picked up Volume 2 of A Witch's Printing Office, and I loved Volume 1. It was so fun. It's basically like Witches Comic-Con in a sense, and it's fantastic. I love it. It was so fun. And then I have Skullface Bookseller Honda-san Volume 4. I'm not sure how long the series lasts, but I'm enjoying the journey of it. That's all right. Next up, we're going to talk about Kodansha. They're another publisher that I tend to favor, but I didn't end up favoring in this haul for whatever reason. All right, so first up, I got the first omnibus of Holic. I will be picking up more. I really loved this. And you'll find this in the same vlog series as like the Monkey High and the Strobe Edge, because I read this around the same time. It was all centered around a readathon, and I read this during that. So yes, you want my thoughts, go there, but it's good. I really like it. We'll be continuing. On that side note, I did get the first 2 volumes of Tsubasa by Clamp as well, just because these seem to kind of overlap each other. And so I want to read them kind of close to each other so that I don't miss out on too much. All that interweaving Clamp verse stuff. All right, and then I do have a physical copy of Perfect World Volume 1. I love this series so very much. I know some people struggle with this series because of how Tsugumi reacts to Itsuki in the beginning. But throughout the series, you see her grow, you see her change, you see her do her best to get what she wants out of life in a way that's not harmful to Itsuki. And so it's really well done. It's really well handled. I highly recommend checking out the series. Then we have Sweat and Soap Volume 2. Y'all, I really liked this series. I really like this volume as well. I know not everyone loved this volume as much. It isn't quite as smutty even as the first one. And, you know, there's just some things. This feels like a real relationship. You can tell it's Josei. And it's just really, really good. I really enjoyed Volume 2. All right, next up we have the Eternal Edition Volume 8 of Sailor Moon. This cover's so pretty, and once I get all of the Eternal Editions, I will do a reread, because I will have had some time to step away and think about things, and I can come back to Sailor Moon with fresh eyes and reread it, and see if my opinion has changed at all. And then I also got the Collector's Edition Volume 4 of Cardcaptor Sakura. I really love Cardcaptor. I almost favor it over Sailor Moon, but I think I just went into Sailor Moon slightly jaded with my ideas of Memoru, so that's why I wanted to reread that. But I'm really enjoying Cardcaptor Sakura a lot. I can definitely understand why this one is so well loved. It's not my favorite Clamp title, I can tell you that, but I'm still really, really enjoying it. And this last stack here is just, I got some single volumes from different publishers. So I've got Tokyo Pop, Denpa, Square Enix, and Dark Horse here. So I'm just going to show you each one. So first up, we have Deep Scar Volume 2. I finally tracked down Volume 2 just recently, and I ended up really enjoying reading it, and I like the direction of Volume 2. This one's a pretty short series. I think it's only got 3 volumes, but this one took a turn towards the end that I'm really excited to see how it wraps up. And then we have Pleasure and Corruption, manga that I have very mixed feelings about. I don't think I ever got around to doing my dedicated review about this, but I'm not here to kink shame anybody, but this is not going to be for everybody. Basically, this is about I just have to do a dedicated video about it. It's going to be age restricted because this should be more than older teen, in my personal opinion, with some of the things that are happening within it. But yeah, anyways, thoughts coming soon. And then I have My Dress Up Darling Volume 1. I do have a dedicated review to this one, so I will leave that linked for you so you can get my full thoughts. And then last but not least, I have What's Michael Fat Cat Collection Volume 1. If you're a cat lover, you're gonna love What's Michael. I think it's fantastic. It reminds me a lot of like Garfield meets Cheese Sweet Home. So it's kind of cheeky and more funny like Garfield, more Western style comedy. And then you've got the cat shenanigans like Chi has. And so it's just really fun. I really enjoyed this, so definitely recommend checking it out. Okay, friends, that is it for my manga haul for this quarter. Again, I like that it's not a huge amount, at least compared to what I was doing for a while. I mean, I have one on this channel that's like over 150 volumes. So I like that I'm restricting what I'm doing, and I just feel really good about it. So Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I have read the majority of what is in this stack. There's only a handful really that I haven't. So again, thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you've picked up this quarter, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.